Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm gonna show you guys how I got this silver blue cut crease makeup look. If you're interested to see how to do this, then please keep watching. So of course we're gonna start off by prepping our skin. I'm using the MAC Fix Plus spray, and I'm gonna spray my face with this, and this is basically gonna let our skin have a very glowy base for the makeup. Then I'm going in with my Dirty Works brow palette. I'm using the first darkest shade in the palette, and I'm using that to fill in my brows. I'm going in upward strokes here, and I'm making sure to fill in all the sparse spots that I have. I don't like to have this block eyebrows like trend going on Instagram, so my eyebrows look very natural in the end. Like even if I miss a few spots, it's not a big deal because I don't like having it super thick. Then I'm going in with my Wet n Wild foundation. I'm mixing these two shades up. This is caramel and nude ivory. I like to mix them up. Right now my foundation looks a lot lighter than my skin, like on my neck, but it does oxidize and I will contour heavily and everything in this look, so in the end it will all look even out. So bear with me, like I promise you, like it will look better. Right now I look like a ghost, but like it's okay, it's okay. So here I'm using this brush by MSQ. I got it off Amazon. It is my favorite brush to use for foundation. The finish you get with this brush, it's so beautiful. Like it gives you a full coverage with a very light amount of product that you apply. It's like I love it. So if you guys are looking to switch from a sponge to a brush, you should definitely try out this one. It's super easy for first time users also, because I used to really depend on sponges before, but now after I use this, it literally was a game changer. So like do this, like use a brush more than a beauty sponge. Like it will help a lot. Anyway, so here I'm basically using a buffing motion. I'm pressing the brush into my skin and not dragging the foundation much. This is just gonna make sure that the foundation doesn't crease or leave streaky marks on your face. So just go in blending motions and very light-handedly as well. Like don't go too harsh on your skin. I blend this foundation on my jaw area and under my neck area as well, because obviously we don't want to look like a ghost. So after doing that, once you have a nice layer of foundation ready on your skin, I'm tapping it over and over again just for a more even base. Then I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette, and I'm using the contouring shade in the palette to basically bring out my cheekbones a lot more, highlight them a lot more. And here I'm going into circular motions, and I'm moving the circular in upward motions instead of downward motions. So here when I'm drawing circles with the brush, I'm making sure that it's ending in an upward stroke. I'm also doing the contouring on my forehead region. So here again I make sure to go in circular motions, because this will just help blend the contour into your foundation and not look harsh on the skin and look weird and patchy. So take your time with the blending, don't rush it out. You need to make sure you connect the contouring on your forehead to the cheekbone contour, because this will really give a very natural look in pictures and when you do a shoot. Otherwise it will just look like a block of brown powder on your cheeks and a little bit on your forehead, which will look really messy. So don't do that. So blend it all in. Now here what I'm doing is the banana powder in the same palette. I'm using that to basically clean the contour beneath it, and this will basically just make the line of your jaw a lot more sharper, make your cheekbone line a lot more sharper. Then I go in with my Color Studio palette by Beauty Glazed. It is a dupe for the James Charles palette, and the pigmentation is amazing. So these are the shades that I use, as well as the dark brown shade in the right side. Now I'm using the first light blue shade in the palette, and here what I'm doing is drawing a very wave-like line. This is the outline for our eyeshadow. And so here and basically what I'm doing is I'm going to look straight in the mirror, and I'm going to try and draw this line right above my crease, and then just take it to the tailbone of my eyebrow. So that's gonna give us a very nice a flowy cut. Then I'm just darkening the blue again, and I'm blending the other blue shade that a little bit darker than this one, and I'm using that to blend the blue shade a lot more. And here make sure that you're very precise with what you're drawing on your eye, because don't use anything super a big brush or anything, and go with very light hand motions, because the harsher you go, the harder it will look, and it will look very patchy. If you want this to literally blend in with your face, the eyeshadow color, so be very light hand with it. And basically what I'm doing is from the light shade I darken the lower part of the blue eyeshadow using a dark blue, and now I'm smoking out the top top part of the shadow using the light brown shade that we used in the starting. So basically first I darken the light blue eyeshadow using all the other blue shades. I'm repeating the same steps on the other eye here. So yeah, after you apply all the blue shades, you use the darkest brown shade right below the blue eyeshadow to like darken the crease area a lot more, because you're going to be cutting it. You can see it a lot more clear over here. Then in the end, after I like draw this blue line, this is the first blue shadow that we used, I'm gonna go in with the darker blue color, and I'm gonna like basically place that right on top of it almost, and that is just gonna give you a lot more like darkened blue color, because the light blue was very light and it will not be visible through all that intense silver shadow that we're going to be applying. So here again I like outline the blue. Then here like I'm using the light brown shade, and I'm going to use that to smoke out or blend the blue eyeshadow. So once that is done, I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 20, and then I'm going to use that to basically carve out the eyeshadow and cut my crease. Now I'm basically going to follow the blue line and just like make it a lot more sharper at the bottom part, so it just like looks very neat in the end. So here just like follow the blue line that you drew above you and just like make it all equal and in a straight line, and just like carve it out, make it as precise as you can. Make sure that you're using a flat tip brush, don't use an angle brush for this, it will not work. Then here I'm just gonna like drag it to the edge of the blue shadow, and then I'm just like helping to merge the concealer with my skin, and I'm blending the edges of the concealer into my foundation so it does not look again patchy. Then here after I finish blending the concealer in my skin properly, and like you can see how clean the blue line is now, I'm gonna connect the line with my eyes using the dark blue eyeshadow that we used in the starting. Then I'm gonna carve out this little tiny wing portion between those two lines using the same concealer, and that's gonna give us the like crazy wing effect that we're going for. And then here is where I'm using the dark blue eyeshadow, and I'm gonna draw this inner wing. Now I'm using my Touch and Shine white sparkly creamy eyeshadow. This is in the shade TSCE2. They have really nice creamy pigmented eyeshadows. You can definitely check out their Instagram. I will leave the link down below. So I'm basically using this to fill in the spot between our eyes and the crease area. This is gonna look very vibrant in the end, and it's gonna pop out and like give us the beautiful look that we're going for. This is the main part of the look. So here I'm using a very tiny flat brush again to fill in the spots on this eye and be very precise with it. Even the tiny wing we drew in the end, like that needs to be filled with the shadow as well. So take your time with this, don't rush it through, and just like make sure you're filling every spot and it's like looking really smooth and nice. Then I'm going in with these false lashes, and I'm using my Kiss adhesive white glue and the Wet n Wild mascara. I'm using the big one for the upper lashes and the small skinny one for my lower lashes. And then I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Cosmetics blush palette, and I'm using the apricot shade in that, and I'm using that to basically add color to my face, because you can see how pale we look right now, how yellow and sick we look, so we need color on our skin. So this is basically gonna give us a nice blushy cheeks. Then I go in with my Huda Beauty liquid matte lipstick in the shade Spice Girl. It's a very nice cool tone brown liquid lipstick. So I'm using that to basically, fill in my lips. I completely fill them in. I leave a little spot in the center of the lips because I want to go with a lighter shade over there. So here I'm using the Huda Beauty liquid lipstick again in the shade Medusa. This is a very purple toned brown liquid matte, so this is also really nice, and like when you blend them together they look very pretty. So after I finish that, I'm using my Wet n Wild highlighter in Precious Petals, and I use that to basically highlight the high points on my face using the fan brush. This type of brush is really fun to apply highlighter with. It's one of my favorite parts to do, and this highlighter is like the best highlighter, drugstore powdered highlighter you can get. So if you haven't tried it yet, like I definitely recommend for you to try. And then we use the same spray that we used to prep our skin with to set the whole makeup in place, and we are done. So this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with all your friends, your girls, whoever would like doing this this little makeup look. It's really simple. You just need to, you know, take your time and like do it. So like if you recreate this look, please make sure to tag me. I'll leave my Instagram handles, all my social media down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.